Welcome back to Cody's Movie Cave. Hope all is doing well today. I am currently catching up on some reviewage and some things on my day off, sitting in the glorious Cody's Movie Cave, or Bat Cave, also known. But kind of want to go over one that's been out a little while, and kind of want to go over it. It's called Ambulance. It's about an ambulance. Wee you, wee you, wee you. Jake Gyllenhaal, uh, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, Isa Gonzalez. I don't really know how to. I'm not gonna try to butcher their names, but I've seen them before. This guy, he played Black Manta on Aquaman, and I believe he was in the new Matrix, so he's been around. And yeah, look at that name right there, Michael Bay. We all at least have watched one of his movies in our lifetime at one point or other. Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, the Transformer movies. He's got a good rep as an action director. So yeah, I went in this movie thinking, it's directed by Michael Bay, best known for Bayham, is kind of what they have nicknamed his style because he's explosions, he's action, that's his forte. But Ambulance for me, let's just set up the plot real quick. We got Jake Gyllenhaal, who is a career criminal thief, and his adopted brother, which is played by, we're just going to say Yahya because I don't know the rest of his name, but Black Manta guy from Aquaman plays his adopted brother. So he is a Army vet who is trying to afford a surgery for his wife or some kind of medical expenses that his GI, medical stuff does not cover real well. And so he's kind of exhausted all options, can't find a job. So he turns to the brother for some shady stuff to make a quick buck. Heart's in the right place, but we all know the saying, the path to hell was paved with good intentions. And so, yeah, he turns to his brother, who's played by Jake Gyllenhaal. And Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. I like him. His performance in this movie was good. It was over the top, though. We'll say that. He was kind of spastic at times, and you're kind of like, sit over there, hush, and, wait your turn because you're just kind of all over the place and you're giving me a panic attack. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, he turns to the brother, career criminal Danny is his name, offers him a huge score. It's a bank job, so there's risks. It goes bad, obviously, and there's a shootout on the street that kind of reminds me that Michael Bay's kind of maybe going for a Heat shootout. We all remember the Heat, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. When they come out the bank, everything goes sideways quick, that sort of situation. So it kind of is a knockoff right there. But anyway, decent shootout. And they wind up shooting and injuring this police officer who is picked up by the ambulance, title, ambulance. And so they hijack it. Yeah, they hijack an ambulance. What better vehicle do you think is most inconspicuous to hijack and use as a getaway vehicle? Ambulance, bright orange, sirens. Yeah, not a good idea, and it's not. Movie takes place after this part, primarily inside the ambulance, so you feel a little suffocated and a little bit boxed in with the whole. Everybody's just, it's right there in the ambulance. So, I'm one that movies like Phone Booth, anything that kind of constricts me into one area, just don't really work for me. I feel, I can't breathe or something. Anyway, I like open. Give me open scenery and big spaces and room to breathe. Anyway, ambulance, primarily shot there in the ambulance. I will say this for Michael Bay, he kind of tries something a little different camera-wise with this movie. He films a lot of it with aerial shots, drone shots, which make for some really good filmmaking. Like, it's some really cool scenes with that. I mean, kudos there. Michael Bay did a great job with that idea. But, you know, trouble ensues, and I really won't get into anything else spoiler-wise, but they get into a lot of trouble here and there, and it's pretty much a non-stop chase from then on. Once they step foot inside the ambulance, it's pedal to the metal, nothing but trouble. But yeah, the movie as a whole, decent action, decent performances. Decent is the key word here. Nothing spectacular, nothing overly terrible, other than the fact that, you know, we're stuffed inside this boxed vehicle ambulance for the rest of the movie. I really didn't care for. Like I said, Jake Gyllenhaal, he got on my nerves for about, I'd say, maybe 60-70% of the movie. Other than that, I think if he could have toned that down, you know, he would have probably given a really good performance, and it could have been something good. Michael Bay, you know, he's a great action director, gets some good shots in on this movie, but I don't know, compared to his other work, this feels like the very first movie I feel that he sort of dropped the ball. You know, because before this we had 13 Hours, that was a great one. Transformer movies, some people kind of ride the fence with those, but Michael Bay as a whole, his catalog of work, pretty good. I mean, you know, I don't know what happened here, but, you know, it come out during, we were still kind of in the COVID era of things, so people were kind of still scared to go to the theater, and it really wasn't available to stream yet, so, yeah, it didn't do well at the box office. Critics weren't kind to it, I don't believe. But with that said, if you feel like you want to check it out, you're a fan of ambulances, or if you're just a Michael Bay fan or a Jake Gyllenhaal fan and you feel like you need to check it out, it's streaming on Peacock for free. I think it's still on there. You can buy it, rent it on all the big platforms, Vudu, Amazon, Apple, and you know, those are some options. It's rated R, and it's intense violence, bloody images rather, and language throughout. So they drop F-bombs from the minute we get going all the way to the end. It is filled with colorful language. So definitely not for the kids. It's rated R for a reason, folks. But here, I will say this. It feels to me, I think the reason maybe I didn't much care for it is it feels like it's trying to be something that it's not. It's trying too hard to be Heat. You know, I mean, we've had countless of movies over the years that's tried to kind of find the same success or the same formula that Heat had. Heat was a great movie. It's good in its own right. It was good. Leave it there. Let's don't try to reproduce something and lose the original feel. It just doesn't, this movie didn't feel original for me, so, you know, I watched it. Do I need to watch it again? Probably not. So, I'm more leaning toward the thumbs kind of down side on this. Like I said, if you feel like you want to watch it, you got some options. It's on Peacock for free. Rated R, it's Ambulance, Jake Gyllenhaal. And as always, this has been my humble opinion. Opinions are like butts, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone has one. Some of them stink, if not all.